Welcome back. This is part 2 of our Mark Twain Award nominees for the 2020 to 2021 book season, so to speak. Kiddos who are in grades 4, 5, and 6 will be eligible to vote, though the rest of us can certainly read the books. We just get to voice our opinions. We don't have an official vote in this one. Our next book is The Night Diary. This one takes place in 1947, right after India is independent or gains its independence from the British Empire, and now it's both Pakistan and India. Okay, so I'm going to read you the back of this. Tensions are high between the Hindus and the Muslims, and hundreds of thousands are killed crossing the border between the two countries. Nasha, or Nisha, however you want to say it, is half Muslim and half Hindu. She doesn't really know which country she belongs to or where her home is. She's literally straddling the two lines. And her father decides it's no longer safe for them to stay where they are in the new Pakistan, and they need to travel to India. And so they become refugees and embark towards India, and they take multiple means of transportation, from walking to trains to cars. Remember, this is 1947. Just after World War II, and they're trying to find a safe place to live. So this is really an adventure of do they make it sort of thing. This one is available as an audiobook and an ebook on Access 360. We have the physical copy, and then we have an electronic book on Missouri Libraries to Go. Another blue book, this one, The Unforgettable Guinevere St. Clair. So Gwen and her family have just moved to Crow, Iowa, because her mother has severe memory concerns. She doesn't remember anything past when she herself was 13 years old, so she doesn't even remember her kiddos, including Gwen. And she grew up around this area, so they're hoping to prompt her memory and help her out with that. But Gwen's got other concerns. She finds out somebody just went missing recently. Their name was Wilbur. Isn't that fun? She's got to figure out what happened to Wilbur. She's already got a suspect. She thinks she's got this case in the thing, because she's going to be a lawyer when she's grown up. She's got this all figured out. But as it happens with mysteries, you don't just find out what you were looking for, you find out a lot more, including things that are relevant to her family, even though her family hasn't lived in the area for very long. So this is another mystery story that's also got some true character development going on here. Okay? So that's The Unforgettable Guinevere St. Clair. Our next is 24 Hours in Nowhere. But I like how you could also look at this as 24 hours and now here. But it's probably supposed to be nowhere. So you've got Gus, who just moved to Nowhere, Arizona. And he didn't just move there. I'm sorry. He's been living there his whole life. He's got plans to move out. He wants out. But there's problems. Yes, there always is. The biggest one is Bo. Bo is a bully. But fortunately for Gus, Rossi steps in. But in stepping in, she loses her best racing bike, and she's an amazing racer in the community. And so now Gus feels like he needs to help her buy the bike back. So he and some of his friends, including Rosie, however you want to say it, go to a mine. It is called Dead Frenchman Mine, because that makes you think sunshine and rainbows. And they're going to find what they need to buy back her bike. There's cave-ins, there's mountain lions, there's all sorts of danger going on here that they have to survive and see if they can still get the bike back. So this is definitely an adventure story. This one is available as both an ebook and an audiobook on Missouri Libraries to Go. Hoopla has it as an audiobook, and then we have the physical copies. Here's one called Squint. This one's really interesting because it's got a lot of different things going on in it. You've got your kid named Flint, but everyone calls him Squint. He has an illness that is causing him to lose his eyesight, And so he's squinting, he's having trouble with that, and he's wearing glasses, and his eyesight's just getting progressively worse. But he's also an amazing illustrator, and he's drawing comic books, and he's just frantic to finish his new comic book, his best one yet, because he's going to win an award. There's a competition. It's called the Find a Comic Star, and he knows he can win it if he can just finish his comic while he still has his eyesight. That's a lot, right? But that's not all. There's a new kid in town named Mikkel, and she's got no problem making friends. Hooks right up with the popular kids. But she's not quite comfortable with how they treat who they call Squint or Flint. And so she's kind of like, do I want to be friends with this kid? He does amazing illustrations and he's really kind of cool. But what if the other kids don't approve and they make fun of me and then I lose all the other friends I've just made? Is it worth it? Mikkel also has her own secret and her own family illnesses. She has a brother who challenges her to find somebody to share her secret talent with. And she wonders if her new friends in the popular crew are somebody she can do that with, or if it's Squint. So this one is available as both an ebook and an audiobook on Missouri Libraries to Go. Hoopla has it the same way as both ebook and audiobook. And Access 360 has it both ways as well. So this one is easily accessible to you. The next story has two different covers. It's called The Science of Unbreakable Things. The audiobook cover is different than the physical book, so I want to make sure you saw them both, so you don't get confused if you see it and you're like, well, that's not the right book. But that's what it looks like. So Mr. Neely tells the class they must answer an important question using the scientific method. Okay? Natalie is in his class, and he tells her to enter an egg drop competition, and she decides to. But she's also got problems at home. Natalie's mother is suffering from depression, and Natalie thinks that if she wins the prize money from the egg drop competition, she can fly her mother out to see these magical orchids. They're called cobalt blue orchids. They're said to have magical powers. And surely her mother, who's a botanist, will be inspired again by seeing these flowers. And tagline on this one is, because when parents are breakable, it's up to the kids to save them, right? Because who else is going to do it? So this is about Madame Natalie, her egg drop competition, the scientific method, and helping her mom. This one is a book and an audiobook. That's why we've got the two covers, on Missouri Libraries to Go and Access 360. The last story I'm going to talk to you about, I love the cover. Once again, this one has two different covers. The physical book is the blue one and the audio is red. But I just love this raccoon. Is he not the cutest thing? Okay. So Tristan, who is not a raccoon, can bake the perfect chocolate chip cookie. But his family's just moved to a new town, and chocolate chip cookies are not going to save the world or fix his problems. It's rough in the new town. It's a teeny tiny itty bitty town with like one stoplight, no restaurants, and he's used to a big sprawling metropolis. Well, everyone tells him there's these life-altering magical donuts with chocolate cream. And he goes to where you're supposed to be able to get these donuts, and the guy says, I haven't cooked those in years, I haven't sold them in who knows how long, they might as well not even exist. So Tristan decides it's his mission to breathe life back into the town, to recreate these donuts, and to make a business of it. So he's got to first find the recipe, and then start a business. He's just a kid. He's not talented, he's not gifted, he's not special. But he's going to do it. He's got a goal. And so the story is about him working with the donuts, which sounds amazing, and figuring all this out in the donut business. This one is available as both an electronic book and an audiobook on Access 360, Hoopla, and Missouri Libraries to Go, and at your local library branch. those are our Mark Twain Award nominees for the 2020 to 2021 year. Once again, we're voting on those in March of 2021. And hopefully you'll find some that you enjoy and love and you wish to win the award, and you'll be motivated to vote for those. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know at your local library. Have a great day, friends.